Sleep. This video is all about sleep. So I want to tell you some of the symptoms you might be getting if you're getting poor sleep, the benefits of getting optimal sleep, how to get optimal sleep, and possibly even what supplements to take to optimize your sleep. So I was just on a call yesterday with two of the head nutritionists from Lifetime, and it was a Lifetime call for all the coaches, and they just reminded me how beneficial getting good sleep is. And I know a lot of my athletes are movers and shakers, well-educated individuals, and you've probably heard these things before. So this is, yes, probably a reminder to you, but all of my people want to be healthy, fit, and perform, to think clearly, and to be able to wake up and just kind of kick ass in life, okay? So listen up, this is gonna be short and sweet, but it's gonna be action-packed with a lot of information. So some of the symptoms you might be getting if you are not sleeping optimally: a lack of energy, kind of groggy, brain fog, higher insulin levels are a symptom, not a symptom, but a cause of not sleeping well. And some of the reasons being, well, the hormones that are secreted when you sleep well, leptin, is something that kind of keeps appetite at bay. And if you don't sleep well, ghrelin is the hormone, they call it the hunger hormone. It's a funny spelling, Ghrelin. Ghrelin is secreted if you don't sleep well. So insulin levels are higher, and body fat can also be a cause of not sleeping optimally. So the benefits include you get proper tissue repair. Okay, the actual breakdown, you're able to repair the tissue if you've done a workout. The brain repair, there's actually the glymphatic system occurs when you sleep well, so detoxification of the brain. The other benefits of getting good sleep is we have great mental clarity and mental retention, okay? So information retention. So I think about myself in college, staying up really late, sleeping, and at what point should I have just gone to bed so that could have stuck in my brain. All right, how to get optimal sleep. So ways to avoid it is to remove the blue light, okay? Get the blue light, your cell phone, the computer, turn those things off an hour before you go to bed. Because what happens is once that blue light touches your eyeballs, it actually reduces the amount of melatonin production. And melatonin has a half-life, and so if you are watching that screen right before you go to bed, it actually delays the onset of melatonin production. So you want that melatonin production to kick in the sooner the better. And if you're looking at that screen right before you go to bed, you're not going to get optimal sleep. The other thing that will help you get great sleep is morning light, specifically before 10 a.m. And Dr. Andrew Huberman is a big proponent of getting out and getting a certain amount of lumens in your eyeballs, okay? So whether that be a morning walk, whether that be just going out on the porch and drinking your coffee. On a cloudy day, you need to be out there longer than in a day where there's more sunlight. So get out, get in natural light. If you don't have natural light, there are sun lights that you can put on in your kitchen, but getting outside will help with the sleep that you get and the melatonin production for that night ahead. The other thing and how to get optimal sleep is going to bed and waking up at the same time, okay? Be robot-like, okay? So if you go to bed at 9:30, don't go to bed on Friday because you're going out with your friends at midnight or 1. That's actually called social jet lag, and that's almost as bad as taking a trip to Europe and back. And that's the same thing with waking up. Hey, I'm gonna sleep in on Saturday because now I finally have the opportunity to get a bunch of sleep. What I'd recommend is to go to bed and to wake up at the same time. And if you're still feeling like you need to get more sleep in the day, try to get a nap before 2 or 3 p.m. Because what happens is there's actually a buildup of a gas called adenosine. And think of your the buildup of that gas like a kettle or a teapot, okay? And you want that buildup because that pressure in the brain will actually help you fall asleep. And I think about my dad falling asleep in the recliner, or your dad, or you falling asleep in a recliner at 6 o'clock. And that sleep that you get in the recliner lets that teapot go, lets that pressure go in your brain, adenosine. And so what you want to not do is to don't fall asleep in that chair, stay awake, get all the way to the night to fall asleep. But what happens is a good nap time would be anywhere from like 10:30 to 2 or 3 because you want the buildup of that adenosine, okay? So make sure you're going to bed, waking up at the same time. I'm a master napper, and I will take naps for either 30 minutes or 90 minutes, generally 30. I don't have 90 minutes to take a nap. But what happens is that's what happens with the sleep cycle. They found that to be a great time if you are napping either 30 minutes or 90, don't do something in the middle. So I will set my timer for 30 minutes and I will wake up and go about the rest of my day, and that has allowed me to have a lot of mental clarity, okay? And that might be if I'm only getting like 6.5, 7 hours of sleep, okay? Ideally, we're trying to shoot for 7, 8, or even 9. Some people are gonna be like, there's no way I can get 9 hours. That's where napping can come into play, or at least applying some of these tricks and hacks, okay? Avoid carbs right before bed. What happens is when you consume carbs, especially higher glycemic carbs, your blood sugar will rise, and then cortisol comes up to match that. And the degree at which blood sugar rises, the cortisol and insulin tend to play like brother and sister, all right? So if you can keep blood sugar more stable, your cortisol will also mirror that and be stable as well. Okay, so we don't want that big blood sugar spike before bed because cortisol can come and wake us up. Now, supplements. I'm a big fan of magnesium. I don't do without magnesium anymore. I'll take anywhere from 400 to 600 milligrams. I'm gonna make a couple of notes in the link or in the comments. There's gonna be a link that you can purchase. These are lifetime supplements, and this is a way for you to get the best deal. And one more thing, if you do this reoccurring, you'll actually get a larger discount. So you could do it either once a month or you could do it every other month. I do the magnesium every month. I go through this stuff. Magnesium, the benefits of it actually winds you down. It slows down your central nervous system. It's been called the sleep supplement. Although you can take it in the morning, it will not make you sleepy or groggy. It's my top 5 supplements. I won't go into all the other ones, but it is one of my top 5 supplements. It helps in over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body. I take this because caffeine, alcohol, stress, sweating deplete magnesium. So magnesium is an electrolyte, sodium, potassium, magnesium, chloride, schmoride, I forget what the other couple are, but don't tell anybody. But it is one of those key players, and it is important that we supplement more than what we're just getting in like our multivitamin, okay? Or in your electrolyte drink that you're getting. Now, if you have kids, there are products that can help, and there are kids products. It's called Calm, and Calm is a spray, and it's non-sedating, doesn't have any melatonin. It helps wind you down before bed. And on this call with Coach Sam and Annika, they were saying that if you have a late soccer practice, a late basketball practice, like I'm thinking about my boys, 6:30 to 7:30 practice, they're in bed by 8:30. That only gives them an hour to wind down. A couple of sprays of this, it has L-theanine in it, which actually can kind of stabilize and get the kids wound down so they can sleep well. And I think about my kids making sure that they're sleeping well so they're able to go to school the next day and to do what they need in the classroom. There's actually a really good book out called Why We Sleep by Dr. Matthew Walker, and he talks about kids that have to wake up earlier to catch the bus out in these rural areas. And because they have to wake up earlier, they don't get as good of sleep, and they have an inability to retain the information, and that puts them at a greater almost handicap for those kids that aren't taking the bus, and they can sleep the extra half an hour, 45 minutes. So sleep is so important in a developing brain. But That Calm, that Calm can be used for adults if you are going to be doing public speaking, or if you're getting on a flight and you get a little bit nervous and anxiety, or if you need to wind down yourself before bed. There is another adult supplement called Relax that I'll also put in. It's got GABA, it's a neurotransmitter. Once again, it doesn't like sedate you. It doesn't get you like, you know, you're not like taking CBD or anything like that, or not CBD, but THC. You're not getting high off this stuff, but it does chill you out, all right? Once again, it does have L-theanine, and L-theanine is one of those amino acids derived from a tea that helps kind of support focus and calm you down. So this is short and sweet. I wanted to give you a little bit of a nugget on why to get good sleep and how to optimize your sleep. If you have any questions, feel free to text me. Everybody that's listening to this call should have my number and the links to any of these supplements. And there is a MagFizz that's also really good for the kids too. If your kids are having any issues with sleeping, we got the Magnesium, which I take, top 5 supplements. The Relax, I'm gonna get it and give that a whirl. I think based off what it has in it, it's an amazing product. The Calm, a spray, both for kids and adults, and the MagFizz, those are great products. So I want to get this information out to you guys. And if you have any questions, like I said, just text me.